Hi, today I want to do a real quick flip through of my bullet journal and show you how I set it up for February. Let's get started. So for this month I decided to add some tabs. There were some sections that I kept having to go back to, like where I put my 12-week year goals, and then each of my weeks and their scorecards, and just, the month of January. So that was helpful. So for February, I have this tab, and here is the cover I went for February. I wanted to try out a cross stitch kind of look. I got that idea off of Pinterest, and actually this pattern for the flowers I got off of Pinterest. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. My color palette for this month, I'm using the pins from Archer and Olive, the Charming Picnic colors. And here you might notice that I have like, what do you call these? Graph paper squares versus the dot grid. And that is because I initially decided to use the broad brush end of the pen versus the fine end, and I did these with the fine, and this part I had originally done with the broad end, but I did not like it. It was a little too sloppy. So then I took pages out of this notebook that I got from the Archer and Olive advent calendar. And so I just thought I could have chose dot grid, but I decided that the graph paper I thought looked a little more interesting to change it up a little bit. But that is my cover page for February. Next, I have my monthly logs. And so here on the left is where I will put down just one line a day, something that I did on that day. And then here on the right is where I'll put the events that I have for February. So I'll go back to my future log. So I'll go back to my future log, and I will take all the events that I have under February and list them here. I also go ahead and put in family fun, date night, volunteer, recreational activity, so that way I can remember to plan those if I don't have anything planned yet. And actually, I stumbled across my new rec activity this month already. A friend invited my husband and I to go curling with them. Actually chipped my fingernails while I was doing it, but it was really fun. I have a whole new respect for curlers. It is a tough sport, but it was really fun to try out. So if you have a chance, I highly recommend you guys go check that out. My next page is a habit tracker. Last time I did more of like a table where I had my habits and then the number, the dates along the side, and then I'd put like a dot if I did that habit or not. But I like the look of this better, so I'm going to list the habit across the top, so like the amount of water I want to drink or exercise or whatever the habit is. And then for that day, I'll color it or highlight it if I accomplished that habit or I did that. So that I'm excited about. And then here I printed out this indoor walking routine that I found on Pinterest. It's just something simple for when I'm not getting outside or, doing anything. I can do something in my house within 10 minutes, and it just helps kind of get me going, get my body moving. And I've done it a couple times and I liked it, so I printed it out so I didn't have to keep looking it up on my phone. Next, I have my finances log for February. I really enjoyed doing it in January. It kind of helped me see where I was spending money and helped me kind of monitor myself and make some better choices. And so I wanted to continue to do that for February. One thing I noticed in my weekly reflections for my goals for my habits, I was recognizing that there were some things I just was not doing, and I would do them if I had a morning routine, an afternoon routine, and an evening routine. And so this month, my goal is to put those routines into place, and then hopefully that helps me to complete some goals and work on some of those habits that I'm wanting to get into place. I also made a place to put down skincare for the morning and the afternoon or before bed. So that way I don't have to look those up. They're just right there until they become a habit for me. And here is my daily log layout that I'm going to use for this month. Last month I had a bigger box for quiet time. I had a separate box that originally was supposed to be for pre-love projects, but it was just too big. So then it became to do and then more. I'd put more things over there. I did have the meals, and I had exercise and my time blocks, which I still really like the time blocks. I wanted to keep those. Just a reminder, my time blocks, these are like sections of my day. And so when I go to write my to-dos, I'll color in my box what time of day I want to do that. And I had a health tracker right next to my habit tracker last month. It didn't feel very effective. So I decided to put that into my daily log. So I made my quiet time box smaller because I didn't need as many check boxes as I had before. I still have my meals that I'm gonna log here, my water intake I'll log, how many hours of sleep I'm getting, my mood, and then any health notes. So if there's anything noteworthy, I'll just write that there, the exercise I'm gonna do. And I wanted to have a separate space for homemaking, so things I need to get done around the house. If it's more than this, then I can add it to my to-do section. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a try, at least for this week, and see what I think, make any changes that I need to for the next week. So there you go, I have it set out. Then at the end of the week, I'll reflect on my goals. I'll go back to my 12-week year pages and see how I'm doing on achieving my goals, and then what needs to be in next week's plan. So I just kind of think ahead, like, oh, this organization really needs to be tackled. I need to add that to this plan. And so I have that page. And then this is what my next week starts with, just if you're curious, because this February 1st happened in the middle of the week. So this is just a continuation. It didn't have like a beginning of the week section, but this is what I have for the beginning of the week section. So on the left, I just kind of list out the days, and then in here I'll put the events that are happening so I could just kind of see them real quick. That's helpful if I'm like, okay, man, I got a lot of things happening Monday and Wednesday and Thursday. So Tuesday and Friday, I really need to focus on getting some things done in the house. That just kind of helps me with that. Girl Scouts, we kind of have a lot going on with cookie season right now, so it's helpful to see that separate so I can keep that categorized in my mind. Here is an example of my scorecard. It's not completely filled out, but I have 4 different goal areas. One is to become a healthier weight, celebrate Jewish festivals. I feel like that would be really, I feel drawn to do that. And so I'm reading a book on it. Quiet time, and then homesteading, which in another video I think I said homemaking is probably the better word for it, but I'll list those things out here when I want to accomplish them, and then as I accomplish those, I'll put an X here. And if you're curious about the 12-week year goals, I have another video on that. You guys can check that out, but that's what this kind of goes with. And then I can use this to plan my week ahead. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this video and enjoyed seeing some different ideas for spreads. Comment down below which spread you like the most and what you would like to see in bullet journaling videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
If you would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss a video.